In August of 1934, as you can see from this photograph, President Hindenburg died. Straight away, Hitler combined the office of president, which Hindenburg was, and his chancellor, and he became Führer, or the leader. The German army swore a personal oath of loyalty to Hitler. Now he has total power within Germany. Before, he had to share part of it. Now it is total. From this point on, Hitler was all-powerful. He was the Führer. But he was also personally quite lazy. He usually got up quite late and was pretty reluctant to read through paperwork that he didn't find interesting. Much of the detailed work and decision-making was left to other people. He preferred to dream up some grand schemes about the greatness of Nazi rule and his plans for the expansion of the state. The people underneath him were allowed a great deal of flexibility, but they had to follow the path Hitler wanted, but he did not make every decision from this point on. Before Hitler was in charge, in Germany, you had the right to trial before you were imprisoned. The Nazis got rid of that. The justice system became part of the Nazi state. Judges were replaced where necessary by Nazi supporters, and the SS and the Gestapo could put people in these sort of concentration camps, this one being Dachau, without trial. In 1934, Hitler set up the People's Court, which tried people for crimes against the state. Any opponents of the Nazis were called an enemy of the state. Anyone arrested by the Gestapo, which was the secret police we'll talk about in a second, could be held in what they called protective custody, indefinitely in these concentration camps. When the camps were first established, there were over 100,000 prisoners. These are not death camps. These are not to execute people. They are to hold them away because they are a danger was perceived by the state. Most of them were just political opponents. The camps were run by SS guards and trained to be ruthless and cruel. Beatings were given for minor offences, and anything major did result in your personal execution. There were two main groups Hitler used to continue and to develop his reign of terror. One was the SS that we've talked about before, the brown shirts, and they were controlled and led by this man, Heinrich Himmler. It used to be Hitler's own bodyguard and became the party's police force, but after the SA were got rid of in the Night of the Long Knives, the SS becomes the most important military group within the state, and Himmler a very powerful man. The other was the Gestapo, or the secret police. First, this just started in Prussia, which is part of Germany, but by 1936 spread across the whole of it. And Reinhard Heydrich was the leader of the Gestapo, and its job was to search out opponents of the Nazis, interrogate them, find out what they were doing, and they could arrest and imprison. It had informers to infiltrate certain groups, and often used torture to extract information and confessions out of people. It was the SS on the one side and the Gestapo on the other, very, very feared groups of men.